Okay, so we'll say that you have 5 on that leg done. So switch it over again to the toe facing up on the other side again. The reason for the toe facing up again is a little bit higher up on the calf. Okay, so we go down, up, grab the hands there just to kind of get that extra stretch. Come down again. Stay wide with the hands at the top, and down, up. Grab the hands out wide, and down. When you're going down to that foot as well, try to maintain the back staying straight. You don't want to round it too much, so just where there's a stretch, up and down. Back over to the first leg that you were on, but have the toe facing down or flat on the floor like this. Okay, same thing though, slight bend in one leg. We're going to reach down, we're going to reach overhead, out and back down, up overhead and out, down, up. So this is actually higher up the leg, it's not on the calf as much, it's more on the hamstring. So that's where you want to feel this one. Perfect. Okay. Onto the other leg, flat on the floor, supporting leg bend. Let's reach down, keep the back straight, down, up, out, and down, up, out, and down. That's 3, up, out, and down, up, out, and down. Okay, working our way up through the body. So we're going to go with kicks now. Very light kicks to start off with. Go 5 kicks on the right leg and then 5 kicks on the left leg. Okay, so keep your balance. So you hold on to something if you want to kick slightly higher each time, and 5. Okay, switch to the other side. So get your balance first on the leg and then just kick the leg nice and lightly, and again just working up higher on the leg each time. Perfect. We're going to go back over to the first leg again. Now you got the hang of it, you've loosened the hamstring. Let's get a little bit higher. Okay, 2. Not trying to kick our head or anything like that. We're not getting ready for kick sanity class here. Just loosen out. 2, 3. So that's the other leg again. 4, and boom, up high. Lovely. Okay, to the side now. Okay, so to the side. Send feet together again. Hold on to something if you need to, but we're not really aiming to kick too high. We're just kind of loosening out the hip. So we're just going to kick the leg to the side. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, let's pivot to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the momentum should just get a little bit of stretch in there again. Not a huge amount for now. We're just loosening out. Back to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm getting better at these as the weeks go on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't speak too soon. Okay, excellent. So now we're on to the hip rotations. So let's get the knee up, knee out and around. Okay, we're going to do this a bit more fluid than we did the last time. So we went up, out, back kind of, but now we're just going to go up and around. Okay, so all in one motion. Let's go 3 more. Up and around. Up and around. Up, oh, balance, up and around. Now switch to the other side. We go up and around. Balance is tough today. That's better. Up and around. I always forget, you gotta make sure to lean slightly towards the standing leg, slightly over that way. Good. Okay, excellent. So next one here now, we are going on to the quad and lean. Okay, so this one's the one, get space. We grab a quad stretch first of all, just get a nice gentle stretch, okay, and then just slowly lean. Okay, we're actually not going to lean as far as we were the last few weeks. Just lean over so that you can emphasize the quad on this one, because we have plenty of hamstring stretches coming up, but just hold to emphasize the quad. Get the knee up behind you and back to the start. Other leg, grab, slight bend in the supporting leg, bring the knee back. Okay, so you're not tilting too far forward this time, just pulling the knee back and up a bit and just holding it. Excellent. Let's go one more time on each side. Up and back, so not too far forward. up a little bit higher if you want it. You need to get that extra stretch. And back down, all the way. Oops. A bit higher. I'm just holding on to the wall there now. Bit of support. And down. Great. Okay. We are on to the standing balance glute one. Okay, so for the hips again here, I'm going to get the leg, grab it in the hand, bend down, supporting the foot on the knee and just leaning into it. Okay, so the more forward you can get, the better stretch you get, and push the elbow on the knee, and that's probably the best angle for the stretch. Keep holding that leg, and then swap over to the other side. Okay, grab the foot, support it on the knee, lean forward, push the knee out, and I'm just showing you the angle here by going sideways, but it's easier if I just face forward. Good, so push that knee out. A bit better stretch on that side. One more time on each one. Okay, just to practice again. So foot up into the hand, support it on the knee, push the knee out, and balance. Excellent. Okay, last time. Switch it over. Grab the foot with the hand, support, and lean. Push that knee out again with the elbow or with the hand. And standing. Perfect. Okay, we're still staying standing. We are going to go into just a wider stance, like a V stance. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy wide. I'm just going to shift left and right. Okay. So left and right. Loosen out the the groin area, adductors, and just again get ready because we want to go a little bit wider with this. So just about 10 maybe over and back, just leaning slightly to the side, slightly forward, nothing major. Okay, so we're going to go a bit wider. So again, I've been trying to practice this myself as well. I'm trying to get a bit wider and wider, but off we go again, side to side. So if you start struggling, it's just about turning the toes out a little bit, and that actually helps you go wider and go from side to side. So just again, back and forward about 10, just to loosen out. Okay. Now, so the last one, we're actually going to stay standing and just work our way down to as wide as you can kind of go without, you know, a huge amount of pain or anything like that. Okay, just holding that side split position, standing nice and tall. If you feel you want to go further, just don't fall. Okay, and again, we're not going to tip forward with this one, so just maintain this position for now. To get back out of it then is just a small shimmy of the feet up to the top as well. So just holding this again. It's also a strengthening one as well, really good strengthening one for the groin as well as stretching it out. Okay, so now when we're ready, shimmy, 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 shimmy up to top and shake out the legs. Okay, great. So continuing on, we're going to go into a side lunge and then into a kind of a deep lunge, I suppose. So we're going to go side lunge here first of all, and leaning forward, and then we're going to put the hands down and pivot into the deep lunge. Okay, then we're going to rotate towards the knee and then back down, up and back into that side lunge and stand. Okay, so if you're following along with that, that's fine as well too, but if not, we're going to do that same side again. Okay, so let's stay with me. V position here, a side lunge, hands down, pivot over, turn your foot this way and lean down. Set the hand up to rotate as far as you can, and then we'll come back down, and again it's up to toes, pivot the foot onto a side lunge, so that's sitting hips back again and up. Okay, last time. So with this side here, okay, so sit back into the side lunge, hands to the floor, again pivot both feet facing forward, get the hands down, get the knees down, hand for support, and rotate. Okay, we go back down again, nice and deep, walk the hands to center, up on the toe, and into that side lunge again. And up. Okay, so let's go for the other side. Side lunge to the other side. Hinge over, hands to floor, walk walk it towards the other side. Couldn't remember what side I was on. Alright, rotate as much as you can, come back down. Now pivot up to toe, back to side lunge position, and up out of that. Okay, great. One more. Hinge, stretch groin, walk it across, pivot the toes, get down deep, and rotate. Back down, go up the toe, pivot the feet, stay in that straight position, and up the top. Okay, bit of work went into that one there now. It was a very active stretch. Okay, so we're going into pigeon. I'm going to bring my feet down here. Pigeon first, and then calf stretch into a deep squat. Okay, so stay with me on this one here. I'll show you what to do. Okay, so we'll start here. Two feet in the ground, or 2 heels on the ground as close as you can. Get the knee in, sink down, nice and low. So try to get that hip off to the opposite side here now. All right, maneuver the knee, the hips, if you want. Change the foot angle down below. All right, and just again find a good stretch position. You could either hold it, or again just kind of rock back and forward, left and right, keeping that pigeon stretch done. So we're going to spend more time in these positions as opposed to like going and doing a sequence. So hang around in this pigeon position again, a little longer. Okay, so getting out of this position again is up on the back toe, knee lifts, hips lift, and we switch to the other side. So get the heels to the ground for a second, get the knee in between the two hands, straighten the leg out and sink the hip down. Move the hands as necessary, drop down, up, again just finding what stretch works for you. Get deep into the hip on the outside, and you'll probably feel it up high on the thigh as well on the inside. Okay. Again, all the different angles as you can. So getting out of this again, up on the toe, the back leg, onto the hands, and hips up high. Okay, so now we're going to emphasize the calf, so you can walk your hands in if you want to, or just get the heel to the floor towards the floor, or relax it down. So nothing too crazy, but again stretch along the calf there. Hips high helps, low hip is a bit hard to get to stretch. And then swap over other side. It's always nice to stretch the calves, my favorite place to stretch. So holding that again, hip high, nice stretch down here. Okay, so now we're just going to walk into a deep squat. So we're just going to stay again from this position here. We might do this 3 times. So I'm going to go step out wide, and stand. Okay, I'll show you from this angle now as well too. Okay, so we're going from calf stretch to step out wide, and stand. Okay, let's go back down again. Hips up, get a stretch on the calves. You can change up the leg that leads if you want as well. It's not major, but wide, sink down into it, nice and low, and stand up. Let's do one more then. Let's go back again to the floor, get some calf stretches going on. Let's go step in, sink down nice and low, pushing the knees out, and then up to the top. Great, okay, excellent. I'm going to go back down to the knees there now. I think this might be the better angle to show this one from. So for this one, we're going to reach in and underneath for the T-spine. We're going to do 10 reaches underneath. So we're going in all fours position here with one arm, going to reach in and under, and back to start. In and under. And just try to go that little bit further each time. 3 and 4, good. 4, and drop a little bit lower if you want to. 5, 6, 7. Stay lean forward now as well. Don't rock too far back. 8, good. It's almost like a push up with that left hand. 9. Last one then. And 10. Next. Now we gotta go for the other side again. So it's the reach under part we're focusing on. So reach 1. Good. Reach down. 2. 3. Here, a few cracks in the back. That's good. Again, as I said, stay forward. Don't sit back too far. You don't get as much rotation. Last one. And okay, next one we're going to focus on hand on the back of the head, and just open up and down, open up and down, up, down, up, and down. And we go at 10 reps. You can lift the torso a little bit. Now one more. The work goes into that. Okay, so onto the other side there again. Hands back behind the head. Reach down with the elbow to the forearm. Open up and down. Find this side a little bit easier. Down. Good. 4. Open. Down. 5. 6. Down. Open. 8. Down. 9. Down. And 10. Okay, good. They're all the T-spine ones there for now. Okay, so we're gonna go and stay in this kneeling position, the old famous cat and camel. Okay, so we're gonna go drop down and push up slowly. You know how to do this. Nice and easy. Slowly down. So we do 5 of these. Okay. Down, 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 and slowly up, 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 and back down, down. Slowly. This is 3. Really stretch it now on the last few. Tuck your tailbone under. Back down. 4. Last one now. Down. Last one. Deep breath. Good. Okay. Now we're going to hold the cobra position. So let's lie down. Hands to the side, or elbows to the side, it's up to you, whichever way you want to do it. And just extend up and hold your position. 5 deep breaths. Again, if the arms are too much, just go here, down to the elbows. 5 deep breaths. Same emphasis, just arching the back, relaxing the ab muscles. Last one. Okay. Now the hands, let's sit back then into child pose. So we're going to go down, sink as low as you can, round in the back. So let's start with the leaning forward for 2 breaths, and then each side for 2 breaths. So 1, 2, 3, down. Take a deep breath and exhale. Same again. Get a little bit lower. Okay, so pick a side, lean to that side again, and 2 breaths over here. 2 deep breaths. And lastly over to the other side. And down. And back to the center, and just be careful getting up out of that now, not to get too lightheaded. Okay, so we're down now into adductor, feet together. Now, so we're sitting up nice and tall. Just relax the legs there now. Again, they'll be tight initially, but let's just relax them out. Okay, so the aim was there here to do now is a few seal jack hands or rotations of the shoulder. Okay, so we'll go with the seal jack hands. So I'll just go back, was there, back and down, back and down. I'm doing it this way now just to avoid my wall going up and around, but if you want to, again, just straight back like that now is fine. It's 10 in total. Just hold on to the foot then to ground yourself. I'm just getting your breaths. Inhale. 2 breaths probably per rotation. Now, last 2. Excellent. Okay, so relax out the legs there a little bit more. Now we're just going to try sink in, elbows out of the way, and this one is okay to kind of round the back over as well. Nice and relaxed, lean left and right. So this kind of just gets down along the lower back. Probably feel it now already. Left and right. Okay, so from here then we just go to the regular V stretch position, so out to the sides. Okay, so from here now we are going to do our external rotations. So that's the one where we go from here, elbows tucked in and extend out. So we're actually trying to lean forward just a little bit, a gentle stretch here like that. So the main focus isn't on these ones, it's actually on the external rotations here, just to take your mind off that, same as when we were doing with the feet together, just take your mind off it, we did the rotation. So here and extend, and we go for 20 reps of that, trying to make sure the main focus is down lower shoulder blades on this one, and not to shrug up that way, to keep the elbows down. So again, you can kind of lean as far forward as you like with this one, or again sit back a little bit if it's a little bit too tight, whether it's on the hamstring, lower back, or whichever. Just try to maintain whatever you're doing, kind of a straight posture, so if you're leaning forward that you're not kind of curved over, nice and tall. So just the last few of these external rotations here, and great. Okay, so we are going to stretch the quad first, and that will actually bring us into the 1990s that we want to do now in a second. So back out here, grab the foot again, out the quad, and just lean away. So stretch up along here, drop it down low if you want to. Again, if you want to just add the arm movements in there now as well. Okay, so that's just kind of up overhead and down, overhead, down. And if you want to kind of focus on the hip, it's pushing the hip forward like that. Okay, so just if you want to just focus on that, just go for that. Push the hip forward and hold. The further back that knee, the better the stretch as well too. So if you have it in here, you'll probably require yourself to like lie really far back, or sit up a little bit more, grab the leg and put it out to the side there again, and stay there with that. Okay, now let's switch over to the other one. So bring the leg in front, grab the ankle, knee goes out wide. Okay, again, and drop down. If you're looking for the hip, again forward. So if you like a nice stretch kind of here on the hip flexor, let's go around and down. I'm caught here on my wall. Again. So we're doing the rotations like about 5 or so. We'll do, that's again, full rotation, gets the hip in there as well, and the extra stretch in the quad and the shoulder. Okay, and we're in again, back to the center. Okay. Now, alright, so we're on to the glutes again a little bit. Now we're going to fold over here, start with the easy one, easier one, should we say. So what we want to do is just put the foot on the floor here, grab the knee and sit up tall. Okay, so try to get your foot to stay flat on the ground. If not, if it just comes up a little bit, that's fine as well too. But the aim is to pull knee towards opposite shoulder like that, And again, same with the foot, you're kind of pushing that way as well. So just in general, the leg, kind of you're pushing or pulling towards the opposite shoulders. My left leg going to my right shoulder. Okay, now let's go to straight legs. Reach for the toes. We're going to do some between each one. And again, you can kind of change, or sorry, you can challenge yourself that a little bit further each time. All right, so let's back over again to basic stretch here. A little bit tighter here now myself. So again, I'll be just trying to turn my shoulder a bit more towards the knee, because it just won't come back far enough for me, or grab it 2 hands. So yeah, good to learn what to do if you're not getting into that stretch. So yes, what I'm doing here is just pushing with 2 hands, because I can't get in there enough at the moment, just with the tightness of it. Otherwise, again, my hand will be down here, and I'll just be sitting up tall and pulling my knee towards the opposite shoulder. Need that extra bit of pull. And down. Okay, feet forward again. Let's reach, and just think about how far you got the last time. Take a deep breath in and just try to get a little bit further this time. And again, when you get there, just hold for a few seconds. Nothing major yet, nothing major yet. Okay, so I'll just kind of, basically just kind of relaxing the muscle for a second there now before we test it out. If we go too fast into it again, the muscles will just tighten up and not allow you to stretch anymore, just to save your joints from getting injured. Okay, so we're relaxed now a little bit. We're going to try one last time, and this time you can go as far as you can, but it'll be nice and slow, so you'll have to count to like 5 as you do it there as well too. Okay, so if you haven't touched your toes, you're trying to reach for the toes. If you've touched the toes, you're trying to go further, and so on. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as far as you can. There's a flexibility challenge now. So I got the wrist there now as my point of contact with the toes. So that could be something I could improve on, or again, if it's something that you're looking for, whether it's a touch of toes, but having a guide of flexibility. This isn't the only one, but it's a nice quick one that we're doing now. So we have the straight leg. Straight leg. So, oh yeah, so that's what we did there. Lower back tuck now. So we're going to turn to the side. Well, I'm going to turn to the side. We're going to try and stretch the lower back from a different angle here now. So we're going to tuck the knees in and lie back like this. Okay, so you can clasp the hands, okay, or just pull on each individual knee and pull it in. And a little rock. It's actually quite nice on the lower back there as well too. You can relax the head back if you want to, and pull the knees in for a little bit lower stretch. But the rocking is almost like you're foam rolling the back on the ground. Okay, and we're gonna sit up. Okay, so that was that one. Now, right, I think we're pretty much up into our deep squat challenges here now. So I say challenges, they're just again something that we'd be doing every week to try and improve on. So as I say every week, if you want something underneath the heels, just kind of pop you up that little bit, that's fine too. The first one we're doing is the deep squat to stand. Okay, so I'm gonna go, so I'm just gonna put this underneath my feet there now again. If you want to get something higher, cushions or anything like that, that's fine as well. For the recording camera, sorry, just gonna go back a bit further. No, okay, so not too wide, just a regular squat stance for now. Okay, so let's reach towards the ankle. This is called the stand position. So we're in stand position, and then we're going to drop down and into the deep squat here as best you can. So if you notice that again you're falling back toward it, again we get something under the feet just to get a proper stretch out of this one, rather than lifting the heels off the ground. Okay, so we go again. So the stand position is grabbing the ankles, and then slowly then down into the seated position or the sit position, which is the deep squat. And just again relax the hands out if you want to. Okay, and we'll go up and down twice more. So let's grab the ankles, let's go up, extend the knees all the way as best you can, and then let's drop it down now, because the body should be nice and relaxed now. That straightening the knees should not be too difficult. And just I'm shimmy left and right there now. Go with the body, whatever you want to do. If there's any extra stretching that your body feels like it wants to do, go for it. Lift the hips again one more time. And then we're going to go back down into that deep squat position, okay? Sink it down, it's left and right. Again, going left and right is good for the rotation of the socket, because yeah, we actually didn't do the 90-90, forgot to do the 90-90, but we're okay. If we rock back and forward here, we should be good. Okay, so we're just going to come up with that one nice and easy for a second. Okay, so if there's a specific area that you were really, really tight on that one there, whether it was the groin or the glutes or even the calves as well, you know, focus on them after this stretching session, and into the future just do the extra stretches with them. So for me it's generally the hips, so I try to focus on them throughout the day. So always kind of focus on your weakness throughout the day. It's good to do a full body stretch, but focus on the weakness throughout the day. Okay, so the deep squat reaches now. We are again going to set our feet up into a squat position, nothing again past normal squat position, something that you're fairly comfortable with. We're going to squat down, and we're going to try to reach the right arm up, the left arm up, right arm down, left arm down. Okay, so we're going to do this over and over for about 10. Okay, so let's sink down, deep squat. Okay, we're going to go right arm, left arm, right arm, left arm. It doesn't matter how high they go on the first few, just trying to go a bit higher maybe each time. Up and down and down, up, up and down and down. While just in case there's anyone there that's kind of in this position here, so not into the full sit down to squat, this one's very difficult on the middle back there as well too, but an excellent one too. So if you can't get down into that one, into that deep squat, that's okay as well. All right, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, down, down. Set, up, down, and down. Okay, excellent. It's up out of that now. We are nearly there. So next one's the rotations. So I'm just gonna flick that off there now. Okay, so we're gonna be in the deep squat, and we're gonna try and rotate up. Maybe before we do this, we might actually just do this from a standing position there again. So a slight squat if we go from here. So it's almost like the windmill ones. So we're gonna go hands on the floor here like that. I'm going to try reach up and then hand on the floor, so you can bend the knees a little bit and reach up. Okay, so we're going to hope to do this from a squat position. And down and down. Okay, so like that now. We're going to try to do it from a squat position. This one's it's last for a reason, it's the hardest one. So we're going to try and do 10. So that's 5 on the right and 5 on the left. Okay, into deep squat, hands down, and reach up. Okay, so I can immediately find again that my heels are coming up, which is fine, because I just don't have the flexibility there on the ankles to maintain that down. But we're getting the benefit of the rotation if you can emphasize trying to keep the heel down as much as you can. Some people again will be able to keep that heel down. More will not. Quite a difficult position to be in. You get the rotation there, so for the back, but also as you're rotating, you're kind of leaning into the heel there. Get a nice stretch into the heel. Down. One more there now. So down. And down. Okay. Excellent, and stand up out of that one. Okay, we kind of flew through that one today. We have no more stretches on the list,